Good morning. It's Vijay here. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre Market Commentary. Today is Wednesday, 2nd April 2025. Probably one of the most important days for this year and maybe beyond this year. This will reflect what will happen today, will reflect on events across the globe, not only politically, economically, and socially too, and it will also impact business, commerce, commodities markets, equity markets, and every other asset class. Now, the whole world is waiting with bated breath about the Liberation Day, or what Trump calls it, a Liberation Day, a day when he says tariffs will be put across the world, and these are called reciprocal tariffs. He's already made noises and put tariffs on Canada, China, Mexico, and a few other countries. India has been spared till now, and so India is going to bear the brunt of Trump's reciprocal tariffs beginning tomorrow. This is what he says. He will deliver his remarks at around 4 p.m. Eastern time. That will be around in the close to midnight in India. So we will know the effect of tariffs only tomorrow. Now, how these will come out is a moot point, because nobody knows as of now whether it will be country wise, or whether it will be slab wise, or whether it will be commodity wise. So only one has to just wait till midnight today. So the markets globally are waiting with bated breath because nothing is clear. So White House has confirmed that tariffs will be effective immediately, which means by tomorrow we'll have tariffs across the globe. And this is the reaction from the Fed. The Fed Barkin, the Governor Barkin, says that Trump's tariff could raise both inflation and unemployment. So there is a lot of fear as far as Trump's tariffs are concerned. I've been consistently mentioning that all said and done, I think it will benefit India in more ways than one. As people just begin to analyze it, they'll realize that this is probably one of those reform measures which the current government should have done, rationalizing customs duties, which should have been done about, say, in the last 10 years. That has not happened. Now you are forced to do it, like what happened in 1991. We were forced to rationalize our customs duty because of the IMF. In 1997, we rationalized customs duty because of global recession, and in 2001 also similarly we had to do. So only when there is a crisis, India will act, and this time it is coming from outside. This is the first time in last 30 years when it's coming from outside. But whatever it is, I think it will be good for the economy and therefore the markets and the longer term frame. So what happened yesterday? Yesterday the markets did what I call an April Fool, opened bright, everything looked good for the first 1 hour, and then heavy selling came, especially in the index stocks, what we call basket selling came, and then the indices all fell, and they could not recover through the day. So you had the what was interesting yesterday was the market breadth was 2:1 in favor of advances. Normally, with such a big fall, you will expect the advance decline ratio to be in favor of the declines. But yesterday it was 2:1 in favor of advances, which is a very, very rare occurrence. Sensex fell about 1400 points, Nifty slipped about 737 points. Bank Nifty slipped about 737 points. Nifty slipped about 300 points. IT stocks had the biggest fall because not only Nasdaq is creating this environment, but if there is global uncertainty and if there is a recession risk, then IT will be one of the most affected sectors. As far as stocks are concerned, Bank and Trend did well. Auto stocks did well. Whichever companies gave it good results, like Ashok Leyland did well, Maruti and M&M slipped. For some strange reason, Voltas was the top mid-cap loser, sliding about 7%. And Maharashtra-based realty stocks came down because there is an increase in the reckoner rates. And the star of yesterday was Vodafone, because the government now is becoming almost equal shareholder. 49% is going to be held by the government now at 10 rupees. They're buying, and though the control is still with the Birlas. So FIs came in plenty, and as usual, what they were doing until February, they started again selling heavily, close to 6,000 crores, 5,900 to be precise. DIS could not match them. They were at 4,300 crores. So global equities, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P opened deep gashes, but Dow Jones closed flat, while Nasdaq and S&P bounced back significantly. The European markets were doing well. DAX was really the front runner with about 1.67% increase. Commodities, Brent is continuing to go up because the OPEC have reduced their output, and also we have the Venezuela problem where Trump has threatened to put tariffs on countries and companies which are importing from Venezuela. So that is under upward pressure, but I think that is only temporary. The WTI came down. Gold continued to be strong. I thought gold will, take rest, but it looks like gold seems to be on an upward bias. Silver is struggling, but it's at 34 level. The good news of local is that March GST collections have risen close to 10% year on year, which is very good. See, if the economy is growing, then only you will get this kind of 10% increase. Otherwise, you would have got a 5 or 6%. So I think there should be no problem as far as the economy is concerned for 25-26. So this is 24-25 number. And RBI continues to be very active. Now they are planning to conduct OMO purchases auctions for about 80,000 crores. So that will give a great amount of liquidity. And this week we are having, in the next few days, we are having the RBI policy, which should reduce interest rates, and that should keep liquidity high, which is good for the banks, especially HDFC Bank, which we own, and good for the economy also. So today is a day when I think the markets may do nothing, because yesterday the volumes had come down to some 85,000 crores. Of recent, volumes were about more than 1 lakh crores. So reduction. I too personally would stay off from the markets, study the markets, wait for what Trump is going to announce, and then take suitable action accordingly. So there is no hurry for us to trade every day. There is no necessity for us to trade every day. So I don't think no one should be trading when one is not clear. I'm not clear today of how the markets will behave. At least I don't have idea, excepting I'm hoping that it will be a sideways market. Who knows, it could be much more volatile. So just let's let it go today, and then let's see what happens tomorrow. However, whatever you do, let's hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.